Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiriritam Kalmashapaham Sravanamangalam Srimadatatam Bhuvi Grinanti Ye Burida Janaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, your gospel is like nectar and bliss, showered upon the pain-stricken lives of suffering humanity. It brings spiritual welfare and blessings for all. They are the greatest giver in the world who preach and pronounce the nectar of your message to the suffering humanity. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So this is a different place, but anyhow, gospel is gospel. So we are reading, this is master and disciple, and this page number 87. Ramakrishna is talking about the types of individuals who are maybe sometime do some cut it. So Sri Ramakrishna is talking about how many categories of devotees are there in the world. So there are souls are, some are bound, baddha, some are mukta, mumukshu, baddha, mumukshu, mukta, and nitya mukta. So 4 categories. So bound souls, they never think of God. If they get any leisure, they will indulge in idle gossip and foolish talks. Or they engage in fruitless work. If you ask one of them the reason, he answers, "Oh, I cannot keep still, so I am making a hedge." When time hangs heavy on their hands, they perhaps start playing cards. So that means their emphasis is not on anything higher, all the mundane things which is changeable, no? So they are focused on foolish talks and gossip. Gossip is an interesting thing, so everyone likes that. So here, but their nature is that they, even if they get an opportunity to think of God, or there is not parallelly some simultaneous thing is going on, they will rather utilize the time in gossip and talking something which is non-essential. There is a deep silence in the room. Then a devotee then asked, "Sir, is there no help than for such a worldly person?" Master, "Certainly there is. From time to time, he should live in the company of the holy men, and from time to time go into solitude to meditate upon God. Furthermore, he should practice discrimination and pray to God, quote, 'Give me faith and devotion.' Once a person has faith, he has achieved everything. There is nothing greater than faith." So here, Sri Ramakrishna is emphasizing even the person who by samaskar, by their past tendencies, not focused towards God, our mind does not go to God, but still that person, if they go to take these steps, that one, time to time, he should live in the company of the holy men, do that so that can imbibe their characteristics of holiness from them. And from time to time go to solitude to personally deepen that experience, what you get. These 2 different things are there. We remember when we were in our early days, we met some Swamis, we were very fortunate. So when we go before them, we do not know, mind gets uplifted. And as long as we were there, we were very happy. But when you come out, then you feel that that is gone. So to keep that, what we get in touch with the holy people, to keep that up, that needs our sadhana. And that can be done only as is suggested. Go into solitude and practice discipline, discrimination. First of all, wherever we go, the world will be the same. But one thing can be done to analyze the world. What I am seeking for, what I am getting, what I am searching for, and what is the end result of it. As we say that this day, from morning till night, this time, the time has clicked for everyone. But what we did this period of time, how much we engage ourselves in God consciousness, how much we engage in the other mundane thing, that assessment should be done. We are reading sometimes some good talks by Mahapurush Maharaj and even our President Maharajas. Assessment of every day is very important, and that Ramakrishna is saying, go out of your home and go to your solitude and assess that, discriminate. What did I do? How you spend the day? And then you understand this is right, this is wrong. I have made that way wrong spending of my useful time. I will utilize it in the right way. So this is analysis should be done. Otherwise, they will pass, and we do not know, we don't progress because we don't know what we are doing and how I can improve my condition. So Sri Ramakrishna says that furthermore you go to meditate in a secluded place. But there also you have to be careful about practice of discrimination. Discrimination, discernment, permanent, impermanent. We can spend our whole day uselessly. No one is losing. You can utilize your whole day by remembering God, keeping your mind cheerful in God consciousness, or talking about God. You can relax whole day, sing and do all the worldly things, and they will go away very clear, quickly. But the end result is what? You get into darkness. What do you get by criticizing others? What do you get by gossiping others? Just he told. That is the question coming. That type of person who is in that mental condition can get out of that condition if they follow Ramakrishna formula. You can make a formula, Ramakrishna formula. One does. What is that? First he says, Ramakrishna, from time to time, go to live in with a holy company. And holy company going is, we go. But we don't utilize the holy company. We engage the holy company, talking about mundane things. That story is there. Some people came from Malda. The Swami from Malda, long back, and Raja Maharaj's time, that's what probably there are some devotees who send these people to come to Swami Brahmananda. And they came, and he is a Mahapurush, some initiated disciple maybe. And then he came to Raja Maharaj and get the spiritual blessings of him. No? So they came, and as soon as they came, Raja Maharaj was like a child. He starts, where did you come from? I come from Malda. Oh, Malda! Malda is this mango. He said, that mango, fazli. Tarpore ki langra. How many varieties of mango. And I went there and I got it, this is good, that is good, and all this discussion. And these boys who went there, say they came back frustrated. I went to a sadhu to have a sadhu sangha, and he is always talking about mango. What type of sadhu is this? And he came back totally frustrated. And then he came back and reported, did you go to Maharaj and what he said? And how do you feel? Bolben na, don't say. He is just like talking about mango. What type of sadhu? But if you fool, you could not extract from him. You have to poke when you go honeycomb, you have to know how to poke it. They will camouflage you, because unless they see you are sincere seeker, what is their business to speak with you all this higher spirituality? And it will not have any impact. unless you are fit for that and you are the recipient of it, these beautiful words will go into one ear and comes out of the other ear. We forget so easily. So therefore, should live in a company of a holy man and to know how to get the juice of that holiness from them. In any sadhu you go, if you just put the question, your spiritual question, discussion turns into another direction. But sadhu may be talking something because they are mature, they are doing, the lifestyle has become so different. So therefore difference becomes later on, the spirituality and this mundane, that gap gradually goes away. But I am a student, no? I will have to develop. So that's why it says, pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. Go to a teacher, go to a holy man, first you salute him, so that he feels that you are obedient and you need something, you are seeker of God. First, pranipatena pariprasnena. Second point is important, question. Put your question. They will be talking something else. But if you put the question, then inner, his own experience, what is his knowledge, it will be bestowed upon us. So that's why second point is holy company, and then into solitude, and then meditate on God. And also, not only meditation, many people get engaged into japa and meditation, but assessment of every day is very important. This day is gone. Before you go to bed, Mahaprabhu Maharaj said in one place, Swami, that President Maharaj is in some talks we are hearing, that every day before you go to bed, think from morning till now. How many moments you have utilized in which way? And can you, time management, which is called time management, no? It is a very important thing. And that you can have that time management much better if you know how I utilized it usefully or not useful. So that analysis should be done, and also analysis, why am I so much engaged into things which are impermanent? Why not I think of that absolute truth which is permanent? And why my mind is not going? So analyze, okay, I will try tomorrow more. So that is a very practical suggestion. Now, not only doing japa, not only doing meditation, parallelly thinking that how you can do better. What I missed today. Maybe I missed 1 hour, 2 hours unnecessarily. And I can manage the time in a shorter way and utilize that time also in the name or singing the glories or praying or doing something spiritual. Read some Vedanta book, read whatever you like to inspire, but that keeps the mind in a higher level. And then that will give me, and pray to God, oh Lord, give me faith. Faith that you are there. I don't see you, but you are there. I am blind. So we come to the temple. What? It's a photograph. No. Think that we have come here, oh Lord, see me. I cannot see you. I see your physical photo. To me it is a photo. I don't feel your presence. So you are there, but it is said, but let me, you see me and remove my, ki bole, Jnananjana, Jnananjana, Solakaya, Jnananjana. Every day we pray in the evening. Thakur's stop. Jnananjana, Vimalana, Nayana. Bhikshane mohojay. Bhikshan means watching, seeing, beholding. My moho, my delusion goes away. Jnananjana, give me Jnananjana. The coryllium, or the coryllium means that example is that they see the snake made of something, snake skin or something, and they see, it is said, I do not know. So you give me some type of coryllium so that my vision changes and my moho goes away, bhikshane. But sometimes it is explained opposite way. I have no eye to see. O Lord, bestow me that eye of wisdom so that I can see you. And that seeing you in that way will release me from my bondage and suffering. Moho, delusion. That will be. And then pray for faith. Give me faith. I don't see. I don't understand. I have heard many times, but nothing. Name bhati kinchit. In our evening prayer we say. I hear all these things. Vivek, Vairagya, what is that line? Bhaktir bhagascha. Bhakti means devotion. Bhaga means Vaishwarja. Thakur's evening prayer. We are not remembering the lines. Anyhow, whatever, bhajanam bhavavedokari. They are all powerful instrument who can veda and destroy. Bhava means the world and worldliness. That can destroy. Bhakti. I am helpless, but I have not such. I know this. Bhaktir bhagascha bhajanam bhavo vedakari tasmat tameva saranam. But though I know, but I have no feeling. I don't understand it. I don't experience that. Bhaktir bhagascha bhajanam bhavo vedakari gachantalam suvipulam gamanaya tattam. It takes us, gachanti, one person can move in that direction. Gachanti alam, of course. Suvipulam, that grand realization, gaman tattam, the truth. Bhakti, I understand this. These three things. Bhakti means devotion, bhagascha, that Vaishwarja, all the six Vaishwarjas, supernatural things developed by devotion, and Bhaktir Bhavascha Bhajanam, and Bhajana, the spiritual practice and singing the glories. They are Bhavavedakari. It destroys the world and worldly awareness. But I have no intention for that. Oh, give me bhakti. Tasmat, therefore, you are my only refuge. Help me, O Lord, you are my only refuge. So, this is the point, to go to solitude and then meditate there and also assess what you have done, being one day spending there, or today, how you spend it, yesterday, how you spend it. And if you know that, then you can make your planning, which direction to go, how much emphasis to be given in bhajan, prayer, remembering. So, pray to God for faith and devotion. If faith comes, the God is there, then Ramakrishna said, you have achieved everything. There is nothing greater than faith. Faith you have, God is there for me, and I have understood that, then you are free. You have nothing to worry about anything in the world. God is there for me. He will take care of me. To Kedar, you must have heard about tremendous power of faith. It is said that in the Purana, that Rama, who was God himself, the embodiment of the absolute Brahman, had to build a bridge to cross the ocean to Ceylon. But Hanuman, trusting in the Rama's name, cleared the sea in one jump and reached the other side. He had no need of bridge. Faith is such a thing, no? That is beautiful. God himself could not walk over the water, no? So he had to make a bridge, ask everyone to make a bridge. But Hanumanji, taking the name of Nam, that's why it is Nama Shakti. Nam, Nami, Aved, they are same. Name and whose name, they are same. But even they say that that person who is God, name you are taking, that is more powerful than the person himself. There is a story in Bibhishan. He was the king of what called Ceylon. And then one devotee is coming to present Sri Lanka. Then he was want to come to the other part of India. But how he will come? Big ocean. Then Bibhishan then wrote something. and say that tie it in your corner of your cloth and then walk over. You will not drown. Have that faith. And Brahmin believed in the Vibhishan's word and walking. And almost his middle of the ocean, and he said, what is there in my cloth? The little something he has given, writing something. What is that? And then he said, it is the name of Lord Rama. Opened it. And his faith lost. Oh, this is only this name? What is this name? And he threw away. And as soon as threw away, he sank. It is a very significant example that so long you have faith, you can cross the ocean of samsara. When you have faith, no faith, you drown into the world and worldliness. And that the Brahmin story. So Sri Ramakrishna says that, that is the next line, that story is given, that about Sri Ramakrishna said that once a man was about to cross the ocean, Vibhishana wrote Rama's name on a leaf, tied it in a corner of the man's wearing cloth, and said to him, don't be afraid, have faith and walk on the waters. But look here, the moment you lose faith, you will be drowned. The man was walking easily on the water. Suddenly he had an intense desire to see what was tied in his cloth. He opened it and found only a leaf with the name of Rama written on it. What is this? He thought. Quote, just the name of Rama? As soon as doubt entered his mind, he sank under the water. So this glory of name is more, that's true. Even in, you see, governor, you are going to see the governor. The governor is a post, who is sitting there. You may see that the governor is not very impressive. His personality, but the post governor, that gives the power more, the name, not the person. If you see the person is not much interesting or powerful. But the question that the power of governor is much, he issues something and signs something, that is more powerful. Police will act on that and take immediate action and do whatever to do. So, Nam, and God is more powerful, God's name is more powerful. This is one thing to understand. We always emphasize do japa, do japa, do japa. Here is the significance. If you have that faith in your name, every day you find that, I saw that bija mantra in YouTube everywhere. I see that bija mantra in the Chandi. What is this bija mantra my Guru has given? Bas. Because really common, very, very realistic. So that is the faith is the question. Because what has been told, it is the mother, divine mother, it is the power, and that if you, with this chanting this, all the ignorance will go away. One will realize the divine. No? Mother said, Japat Siddhi. So have faith in the words of such things. No? Japat. If a man has faith in God, then even if he has committed the most heinous sins, such as killing a cow, a Brahmin, or a woman, he will certainly be saved through his faith. Let him only say to God, O Lord, I will not repeat such an action. And he need not be afraid of anything. It's a great sanction. Whatever is done in the past. You need not have to brood over that. But Sri Ramakrishna suggesting, have faith in God, and God is more powerful. He can take away all my sins. Girish Ghosh used to say, that what bad deeds or what evil things I did, I could have done much more heinous, sinful activity. Had I known that Ramakrishna, you will come to redeem me. By touching you, redeem me. If I know there is some redeemer, so I could have done much more joyfully, cheerfully, much more. So that is the point, that there is no sin enough for God's redemption. No? Only one takes surrender to God, and then it is much more than all the sins may be wiped out by a touch, by a look. And so it depends on the faith. The faith is very important, no? There is a story, no? Faith. The one Brahmin, there is a shrine room of Lord Shiva, and the owner of the house have that temple. But the temple, when the temple was set, that path, that it was open, the door was open. So one non-believer, those who don't believe it is Shiva Lingam, as a Muslim guy was going, how he was going? He was taking a cow to kill it, butcher, and he will kill it. And he was going, but he finding little tired and resting place. Then what he did? Ki holo? Not to boso na. Go in the back seat. Yeah, so many chairs it is there. So he was going and he was tired, and he ate somewhere where there is some Shraddha ceremony was going on, and then tired and slept. And he was sleeping on the, putting his leg on the Shiva Lingam. Because there is nobody empty Shiva Lingam temple. He entered and putting his leg up and lying down. And the Brahmin got the dream and curse, the punishment. Because why? They said, oh Lord, yes, I will be able to receive your punishment, but tell me first, that man who put the feet on your head and slept, you didn't punish him. I am a devotee, and you are punishing me. But it is, he believes it. He does not have faith, and you have the faith. You have faith, so you suffer, because you should not keep it open like that. You should be protective of me. So faith is one thing. In the faith, the photograph talks. No? In faith, the murti, the same image, no? They say, oh, something I saw come out of the image of the Ramakrishna or Buddha or something, and appeared and talked something and merged here, no? So in faith only it happens, no? Outside all these experiences. So Ramakrishna is emphasizing here faith. That's why in West it is all called, what is your faith? Belief system, faith. Yeah. What do you believe? What is your faith? So that faith, God is real, that is the faith should be the top one. Therefore he said that one can do anything, matters little, but if he has faith in God, then he will be redeemed, no problem. Even 100 heinous sins, that is not to keep him in bondage. When he had said this, then the master sang. Master sang, if only I can pass away repeating Durga's name, how can thou, then, O Blessed One, withhold from me deliverance? Ami Durga, 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 bole ma jodi mori. Akhire dine nataro kemone de jana jabe go shankari. Ami Durga, Durga, jodi bole mori. So, Mother, if I call your name Durga, 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 if I die, how can you not make me deliver from my all sins? Though I may be a wretched one. I have stolen a drink of wine. I have killed child unborn. I have slain woman or cow, or even caused Brahmin's death. But though it all be true, nothing of this can make me feel the least uneasiness. For through the power of thy sweet name, my wretched soul may still aspire even to Brahmanhood. Brahma Pado Nite Pari Ami Durga 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 Bole Ma Jodi Mori. If I die, at the point of death, if I remember the name Ma Durga, Ma, I will see how can you not but come. Even if I have done many, what you call, sinful activity, it matters little. Pointing to Narendra, the master said, you all see this boy? He behaves that way here. A naughty boy seems very gentle when he's before his father. But he is quite another person when he plays in the Chandni. Narendra and people of this type belongs to the class of ever free. So this is the another category of people who are Narendra. Nitya Mukta, they are ever free. So we have talked about the who are in bondage, Baddha, who are steeped in worldliness, Mumukshu, who wants to be liberated, and there are some getting caught into liberation and got liberated. And there are certain, they never fall into the maya of the world. So they ever free. That's called the ever free.
What does it mean when he plays in the Chandni?
Chandni means that flat plot of land, Ganges. You go to Dakshineshwar, you can go to Dakshineshwar, see a flat, big area, which is concrete area, people can stand, and other areas are dirty, but that is clean, and also it steps down to the Ganga.
I don't understand what it means. He says, but he's quite another person when he plays in the Chandni.
Chandni means in that, Chandni means in...
Is he a good boy when he does that, or is he a bad boy? I don't understand.
No, he may be a little naughty there. in a naughty, in that place, but when he comes to his dad, he becomes very good.
And the dad in this case is the master, is Ramakrishna.
It means that he is very argumentative, he is very reasonable, he will defeat anyone by his logic, no. But here, as if he does not know anything, in front of Ramakrishna, Naren, Vivekananda, is sitting like as if innocent boy. That's the point. As if he does not know anything. But if he goes out, he will put logic and all the Western psychology, this philosophy, and make you smash down. But in front of Ramakrishna, as if he does not know. So, Naren belongs to the class of the ever free. They are never entangled in the world. When they grow a little older, they feel the awakening of inner consciousness and go directly towards God. They come to the world only to teach others. They never care for anything of the world. They are never attached to lust and gold. It is really embarrassing to Naren, no? Naren is sitting over there and Ramakrishna is praising him. Naren belongs to the class of the ever free. And what is his characteristic? These never free people, they are never entangled in the world. When they grow a little older, they feel the awakening. They cannot live like others. When they grow a little younger to adulthood goes that, their spirituality gets awakened, inner consciousness, and they directly go towards God. They came to the world, why? To teach the other people. We come here in the world what? For what? To do away with our bad karmas, so that we have our new sanskaras grow and we love God and we get freedom from all bondage. No? But they already free, so they don't need anything. But they come only one purpose, Jagat Hitaya, for the good of the world, for the good of many. They never care for anything of the world, because money, wealth, prosperity, whatever you bring, they don't care for that. They care for their spiritual life. So they are never attached to the worldly thing, lust and gold. The Vedas speak of the homo bird. It lives high up in the sky, and there it lays its egg. As soon as the egg is laid, it begins to fall. But it is so high up that it continues to fall for many days. As it falls, it hatches, and chick falls. As the chick falls, its eyes open. It grows wings. As soon as its eyes open, it realizes that it is falling and will be dashed to pieces on touching the earth. Then it at once shoots up towards the mother bird high in the sky. So high in the sky is Brahman. What happened? Why they are all living here? Kiyolo? 3 people left one by one. Okay. So, giving the example of this homo bird, homapaki, that bird is flying in the high level of in the sky. That means Brahman, in the Brahman consciousness, no? So in the egg is laid there in the sky. It's just a story, nice story to think about. Coming down and down, during that time it hatches and it becomes a baby bird. And then he sees that, oh, I'm going to hit the ground. Then it takes a turn and moves towards the mother. So our life is like that. When you hit the ground of the world and get battering right and left, then you say, oh, no, I'm going to let me go back to mother. So this is the homo bird. But of course, Narendra is saying they are never entrapped. They are like homo birds, means they were never in their mind world has touched them. We can take one part of it for our life, but what example is giving, that bird never touched the ground, never touched the world and worldliness. No lust and gold or greed came to disturb their mind. At this point, Narendra left the room. Why? He's talking so highly about Naren. It is very embarrassing to hear your own name. And Ramakrishna himself is praising. And so Naren is a young boy. How old is he? He's only a young boy of 19, 20. And he's being raised to the high level of spirituality, and in front of so many Kedar and other senior devotees are sitting over there. How do you feel if someone praises here, so is the youngest one, and in front of all of us, he is so, then how will you feel? And he, naturally Naren felt embarrassed and he went out. So left the room. Kedar, Prana Krishna, M and many others remained at the room. Master said, you see, Narendra excels in singing, playing on instruments, study and everything. The other day he had a discussion with Kedar and tore his arguments to shreds. He's such an intelligent boy. So Kedar was arguing with him and he made his all arguments cut to pieces, no? To him, is there any book in English on reasoning? M says, yes, sir, there is. It is called Logic. Master, tell me what it says. M was a little embarrassed. He said, and then he explained what is logic book, what logic means. He explained, one part of the book deals with deduction from the general to the particular. For example, all men are mortal. Scholars are also men, therefore scholars are also mortal. Another part deals with the method of reasoning from the particular to the general. For example, this crow is black, that crow is black. The crows we see everywhere are black. Therefore, all crows are black. But there may be a fallacy in a conclusion arrived at this way. For on inquiry, one may find a white crow in some other country. There is another illustration. If there is rain, there is or has been a cloud. Therefore, rain comes from a cloud. Still another example. This man has 32 teeth. That man has 32 teeth. All the men we see have 32 teeth. Therefore, men have 32 teeth. English logic deals with such induction and deduction. So he talks about what is the logic, inductive logic and deductive logic. But Sri Ramakrishna asked them to talk about, but his mind is not there. Sri Ramakrishna barely heard those words. While listening, he became absent-minded. So the conversation did not proceed further. When the meeting broke up, the devotees sauntered in the temple garden. M went into the direction of the Panchavati. It was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. After a while, he returned to the master's room. He means M. There on the small north veranda, he witnessed an amazing sight. So when he was coming back, he saw an amazing sight. What he saw? Sri Ramakrishna standing still, surrounded by a few devotees, and Narendra was singing. M had never heard anyone except the master sing so sweetly. When he looked at the Sri Ramakrishna, he was struck with wonder, but the master stood motionless, with eyes transfixed. He seemed not even to breathe. A devotee told M that the master was in samadhi. M had never before seen or heard of such a thing. Silent with wonder, he thought, is it possible for a man to be so oblivious of the outer world in the consciousness of God? How deep his faith and devotion must be to bring about such a state. And Narendra was singing then, meditate, O mind, on the Lord Hari, the stainless one, pure spirit, true and true. How peerless is the light that in him shines. And he's talking about this song continues. The master shuddered when this last line was sung. His hair stood on end, and tears of joy streamed down his cheeks. Now and then his lips parted in a smile. Was he seeing the peerless beauty of God that seems the splendor of a million moons? Was this the vision of God, the essence of spirit? How much austerity and discipline, how much faith and devotion must be necessary for such a vision. So it's a beautiful scene to meditate, no? That is the beauty of this book. We are talking of tattva. Tattva means highest spiritual truth. At the same time giving a picture. And then you can imagine that picture. That is good for meditation. Sri Ramakrishna, Narendra is singing, Ramakrishna is encircled by the devotees, and him came and saw he standing, and eyes transfixed. His mouth, breath is stopped, almost unconscious of the whole outer world, face with parted lips, some joy, bursting joy. No? And he's showing only song started. Meditate, O my mind, on the Lord Hari. That was the song. And Swamiji's song, voice was so sweet. M says, next to Ramakrishna, his voice is the best. So this description is, again I am reading, you can see that the master shuddered when this last line was sung. His hair stood on end, and tears of joy streamed down his cheeks. Can you imagine this scene? Sri Ramakrishna was that standing there, and as soon as he heard this last line, his hair is stood on end, and tears of joy streamed down the cheeks. Now and then his lips parted a smile. Was he seeing the peerless beauty of God, which seems the splendor of million moon? Was this the vision of God? He is talking to himself. M is telling himself. Is it that vision Ramakrishna is seeing God? That's why he is so much joyful, cheerful, silent. The song went on. Worship his feet in the lotus of your heart, with mind serene and eyes made radiant, with heavenly love, behold that matchless sight. Again that bewitching smile, the body motionless as before, the eyes half shut, as if beholding the strange inner vision. The song drew to a close, and Narendra sang the last lines. Caught in the spell of his love's ecstasy, immerse yourself forevermore, O mind, in whom who is pure knowledge and pure bliss. The sight of the samadhi and the divine bliss he had witnessed left an indelible impression on M's mind. He returned home deeply moved. Now and then he could hear within himself the echo of those soul-intoxicating lines. Immerse yourself forevermore, O mind, in him who is pure knowledge and pure bliss. So that was the first time M seeing Sri Ramakrishna in Samadhi. A beautiful description. Now, then the Master M went back to home. The next day too was a holiday for M. So he arrived at Dakshineswar at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sri Ramakrishna was in his room. Same Narendra, Bhavanath and few other devotees were sitting on a mat spread on the floor. They were all young men of 19 or 20. Seated on the small couch, Sri Ramakrishna was talking with them smilingly. No sooner had M entered the room than the master laughed aloud and said to the boys, "There, he has come again." They all joined in the laughter. M bowed low below him and took a seat. Before this, he had saluted the master with folded hands, like one with an English education. But that day, he learned to fall down at the feet in the orthodox Hindu fashion. So he was trained in the Western pattern. Maximum you can say like this, like that is enough, or handshake, So Sri Ramakrishna, he came to Ramakrishna, he only did this much. But today he bowed down. That is the way he came to know the way of greeting a holy man. Presently, the master explained the cause of his laughter to the devotees. He said that, "Oh, lo, he has come again." That is the Sri Ramakrishna said when watching him coming into the room. Now he is explaining. Ramakrishna said, "A man once fed a peacock with a pill of opium, and that was at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The next day, exactly at that time, the peacock came back. It had felt the intoxication of the drug and returned just in time to have another dose." That's all. That means one dose of spirituality. First he got the samadhi, all this saw, So that makes the mind of M intoxicated in such a way that he's feeling drawn to Ramakrishna. That's why he has come again next day. M thought this is a very apt illustration. Even at home, he had been unable to banish the thoughts. But though Sri Ramakrishna Sri Ramakrishna thought for a moment. He went back home, but going back to home, he cannot forget Ramakrishna. He could not see what is going on, how is Ramakrishna standing there, how he is in samadhi mood, how he is enjoying the company of these devotees. So Sri Ramakrishna, his mind was constantly at Dakshineshwar, and he had counted the minutes until he should go again. It is like a pool. Ramakrishna's name, you know? Ram Krishna. Rama means Rama, Lord Rama, and Lord Krishna in one. That is the common meaning. He who is Rama, he is Krishna, he is Ramakrishna. Another meaning is there, Ram Krishna. Ram means Krishna, Ram means extreme. Extreme pulling power. He pulls the heart of pure souls very strongly. Those who have little element in the mind, they saw Ramakrishna, they see the photograph of Ramakrishna even, they will be so intensely absorbed. It needs that he has been born to pull the heart of all sincere seekers of God. So that is called Ram Krishna. In Bengali called Ram Badmas. Naughty. Ram means worst. And what you call most, what do you say? Big one. Big. Ram Chagul. Ramboka. He's a fool. He's a fool, man, totally fool. He's the worst. So Ram means extreme. See, Krishna means Korsatiti Krishna. He pulls the heart of all. He brings the mind of other people towards him. But this is Ram, means extreme. He silently does not do anything, but he works silently and pulls the heart of sincere devotees.
But on the other way also, Ram is the Ramayati iti, right? The beautiful one, the most beautiful attraction.
Dao hote pare. The Sanskrit has so many meanings. In the meantime, the master was having great fun with the boys, treating them as if were his most intimate friend. So Ramakrishna is the Samadhi person, he is God himself, but he is playing with the children as it were, this Rakhal, Balram. Now who is there? Aim just entered, and who were there we read just now? Narendra, Bhavanath, and few other devotees were sitting on a mat, all of the age group 18, 19, 20 years old. So the whole thing was a revealing, the whole peals of side-splitting laughter filled the room as if it were a mart of joy. The whole thing was revelation to him. He thought, don't I see him only yesterday intoxicated with God? Was not he swimming then in the ocean of divine love? A sight I had never seen before. And today the same person is behaving like an ordinary man. Was not it he who scolded me on the first day of my coming here? Did not he admonish me, saying, and you are a man of knowledge? Was not it who said to me that God with the form is as true as God without form? Did not he tell me that God alone is real and all else is illusory? Was not it he who advised me to live in the world unattached, like a maid servant in a rich man's house? So he was confused. He said that, is this person the same person? He's making just jokes and funs with the young boys of 1920. And the other day I saw him steeped in samadhi with mind from gone out of the body consciousness.
There are questions.
Okay, so questions, okay. Sri Ramakrishna was having great fun with the young devotees. Now and then he glanced at M. He noticed that M sat in silence. The master said to Ramlal, you see, he is a little advanced in years. and therefore somehow serious. He sits quiet while the youngsters are making merry. One is then about 28 years old. 20 year old, he is a man. And he is a senior man because he is college professor, no? And so he should be little grave. Children can smile, 18, 19 years, boy can smile. And he is a professor of them. So he should not smile together. So he was little personality-wise. And in those days, teachers will be little grave, and the conversation drifted to Hanuman, whose picture hung on the wall of the master's room. So Sri Ramakrishna said, just imagine Hanuman's state of mind. He did not care for money, honor, creature comforts, or anything else. He longed only for God. When he was running away with the heavenly weapon that had been secreted in the crystal pillar, Mandodari began to tempt him with various fruits so that he might come down and drop the weapon. But he could not be tricked so easily. In reply to her persuasion, Hanuman sang this song. Am I in need of fruit? I have the fruit that makes this life fruitful within, and that is Rama. No? Under the wish-fulfilling tree of Rama, do I sit at ease, plucking whatever fruit I will. But if you speak of fruit, no beggar I for committing common fruits. Behold, I go, leaving a bitter fruit for you. So that type of Hanuman's state of mind is best mind, because he does not care for anything but the lotus feet of Rama. So, enough today. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Tomorrow is Thursday. Narada Bhakti Sutra. Tomorrow Swami Sumanashananda will be speaking on Narada Bhakti Sutra tomorrow, 7:30. So now the two questions I see here. One devotee says he has faith in the Guru, and the other says he loves the Guru. What is the difference between the two? Which is greater? When one devotee says he has faith in the Guru, and what is the other says he loves the Guru, who will be good? I do not know. I think faith brings connection with love. Love brings faith, no? If you love means you know that he is there, a person or an object. So faith is connected in between. So love and faith, I cannot say exactly. If anyone can come out with any response. Love is better or faith is better?
These are different stages.
Huh?
These are different stages. When faith is there, then love comes.
Yeah.
Automatically. And when love is there also, then faith also.
They're always there. Because when the love is there, that means you have faith in him, that's why you love him. You don't love something which is fragile, which is non-existing. So
You can have love for your own interest also. Like say you want something, that is how, that what you say, that two examples of that. Faith is one, is love at the working level. And when you go to barber shop, that example you said. That one you are under teacher when you are doing pranam. Barber shop you are surrendering your head there and like that.
you have faith. You have faith that they will not cut your throat. Huh? When you go to the barber shop and you give your head and throat, everything, and she takes a knife and then does this or does the hair, you have faith that you are not cutting your throat. So faith means that there is some background of it is that some type of love. It is not love, that is not love, but anyhow, your faith versus কি বলে দুটো কথা আছে. What is that? Faith and Shraddha. Shraddha, and two parts of Shraddha. Faith and trust. Faith and trust. Anyhow, respect and faith. Another question, why do some people do japa all day and still their life is not affected by some other people take God's name rarely and feel divine presence? How to make our japa impactful? What is that? Why do some people do japa all day and still their life is not affected, but some other people take God's name rarely and feel divine presence? How to make our japa impactful? Very good. Yes, why do people, if when they're doing one more japa means you are trying to purify yourself. So if in my mind there is so much cloud, so I need much fanning to continue. Someone's mind is clouded, but little small, not thin cloud. So in this, with a little practice he can get the benefit. But it is the mental condition. Who is in where? We cannot judge by this present life. We look everything in looking at the present life. A person is starting in spiritual life, you see, shaman is starting our initiation, mantra, chanting at the age of maybe, South Indian boys and girls, they, in their family tradition, with the mom and dad, they are learning Narayana Sukta, this Sukta, that Sukta, Vedic chants, no? And where there is no culture, someone is listening at the age of 80. First I hear there is Vedic chant, and now starting. So in this life only we see, he is 80 years old, he is younger, but it's a chain of life behind. So who have done what in the previous life, how much progress, we do not know. That's why in the external sense, we see that he is doing less japa or less practice, and he got the illumination early, and there are other people are doing hours and hours and hours, nothing happening. Means that practice is bringing some good, but it is not palpable then. Holy Mother said, someone is sleeping, and when you are sleeping, if someone takes your bed into another room, will you be able to understand if you are fast asleep? So you do your japa, that is doing its impact. It will in time will take you to another room, and God's grace is working there. So to wipe out the cloud is the question. Someone may do little and get the benefit. It is not that he has done before. In other life he has done. That's why yogi nang kule bhavati dhimatam. In the Bhagavad Gita says, those who are practicing spiritual discipline but have not, so if they have not been successful, or here to fill up the last work, they will be born in a family where mom and dad from the childhood will teach them japa, meditation, prayer. That becomes spontaneous in their blood. And whereas in another case we are born in a different environment where that opportunity was not there. Why that opportunity? Your karma has brought it there. Another's karma has brought there. And don't look at the present life, but anyhow, our to do the japa and practice. And impactful means, the question was, we have to do japa, tad japa tadartha bhavanam. Japa and also think whose name you are taking and what is the meaning of the name. It is Satchidananda. Understand that he is the only reality. So with this meaningful japa, it will progress, will be faster. You are given a good dish. Your mind is distracted and you are eating. If after 5 minutes if I say, what did you eat? You say, I ate, but you have no mind in the taste. So when you do japa with full mind, then you enjoy every mantra, everything is enjoyable. But mind is somewhere, and I am gulping the mantra, one mantra, and mala is rotating. Mala is going on. I did 1, 2, 3, 5, but mind is where I do not know. It is like they are eating the ice cream without giving the mind in ice cream. Is Vedanta only a non-dual practice of spirituality? Are there dual aspects to Vedanta? If so, how is non-dual Vedanta different from Sankhya? You know, so long we are practicing, we are all dualists. I am practicing, God is infinite. You know, if this is my thought, I cannot think of infinite, but it is my sadhana. Non-dual means there is no two. That is the experience. So we are all dualists when we do. Someone is offering his respect to an image or deity, and someone is offering the image into the impersonal aspect. But you cannot think of Brahman in this mental condition. You think of some imaginary space, which is Brahman. So how non-dual Vedanta is different? Non-dual Vedanta in its experience. Non-dual Vedanta philosophically says there is no two. But I say not no two, does it mean anything to me? I see duality. I am different, this is different, you are different. So that's why in our life we are fighting with somebody, we are loving somebody, we are hating somebody. So we live in duality. Non-dual means, say someone is non-dual Vedanta. Does he not eat? Who is eating? Dual or non-dual? So long you are in the mind level, you are not in that non-dual state. Only experienced people, they may have their inner mind undercurrent of oneness, thought of one, but duality will be there. Ramakrishna is talking to Naren. He is praising Naren. Naren is this. And Naren ultimately left. They are playing the duality. But only difference is that Ramakrishna understands that it is the one absolute permeated everywhere. So, Sankhya and non-dual is different in different places. Sankhya talks about individual consciousness, Purusha, and Prakriti. Purusha and Prakriti. But non-dual Vedanta says there are not many Purushas. In Sankhya, you have a Purusha, consciousness, and the 24 principles. No? I have one Purusha in me. So how there be so many Purushas? That's why in Vedanta reconcile one consciousness. These are all different names and forms in that consciousness. So Sankhya and Vedanta, there it differs. Okay? Any other thing?
If I can ask about japa. So a lot of people practice japa in a way, like you said, like they're just counting. And they think I have to do this many thousand, this many million counts of the japa to achieve something.
Yeah, that is good at the beginning to make the mind focused. Mind does not want to do. After one mala, 2 mala, he wants to go out. No, I'll have to do 1,000. I'll have to finish 10 malas. That is training the mind more and more to get involved into japa. And after long practice, then mind will learn, I am repeating the mantra but not enjoying the bliss of it. Then focus will go into the meaning of mantra or visualizing of the Ishta Devata, so that you feel that you are there. Most of the time japa is there, when the mind goes to some other place, I am not connected with God. So that takes time so it has value is there for doing, say I will do 10,000, I will do 15,000, that is a value. After doing 10, 15,000, your mind will be pure, then you'll see how your mind is getting absorbed. So that is the value. One can start that way, or one can also state, I will try to do very concentratedly, very focused ways, every word, and pronouncing every word in mentally, and to visualize that like. So both has the value.
And one more thing, if that's okay. Could you explain
Oh, para is the end. So there is no practice there. Para is a state of Boikhari is when you utter Hare Krishna, you are talking. That's in Boikhari, na? Tarpore what? Madhyama is what? Mentally. So you are not moving here, tongue is not moving, mentally doing that. And Pashyanti, what is that? So like that it goes further inner and inner. So outwardly your mala will stop and inward thing will go on. I forgot all this technical term now. Para, Pashyanti. Madhyama, okay, what is that? What are the four? Boikhari is this one. Then Madhyama, mantra, and Pashyanti. Para is the one, yeah. Where it gets so much absorbed inside that you need not have to do probably, it continues there.
So if I understand correctly, like when I can't even say that you do it, but if para is happening, it's like you can experience or manipulate the energy of the mantra without actually pronouncing it internally.
Yeah, it becomes a part of your life as it were. It is continuously the energy, the power of the mantra or the Shakti is manifesting in your experience. Practice. Okay, thank you all. Jai Ma, Jai Ma. So tomorrow, Swami Sumanasananda come for the class, 7:30.